Greetings out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. We live in interesting times. Jesus was not about religion or the doctrines of men or any of that. The Bible speaks on those things, but many fail to understand them because they're usually not talked about. And they have certain areas that are spoken about quite a bit, but people tend to ignore a lot of the others. They follow the doctrines of men. And that's the sad part. We all do. In one way or another, we're raised up to it, and then we have to break ourselves for that. But what does he say about the doctrines of men? Okay. Howbeit in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men, which all are to perish with the using after the commandments and the doctrine of men. Ephesians is pretty good. We henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, the cunning and craftiness, and thereby they lie in wait to deceive. Truer words have never been spoken, and following sound doctrine is important. Yeah, for I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. That goes to Hebrews, where it tells you that only those in the meat of the word can discern between good and evil, but those on the milk are unskilled in righteousness. Yet we have turned around and have organized religion, mass producing hirelings on a regular basis, yearly, who don't really know the love of Jesus in their heart, who don't even know the true God at all. They go and read this book here, read that book there, whatever the course materials may be, okay? And just write these answers that everybody writes, and you get a piece of paper that says you can go out there and minister for God. That's not the way it worked back in the day. In the letters to the 7 churches, all 7 thought they were clearly hot, but 5 were not. 1/3 were, basically. But it's good to know that there were a couple out there. There are a few good ones out there. There's so many hirelings out there that are mass produced that know not the Spirit at all. Jesus was not about religions. He's a way of life. Christianity is not supposed to be a religion. It's supposed to be a way of life. That's the problem. They've organized it into a religion. And that comes along with all the trappings and snares. What's the difference between secular music and Christian music these days? Ask yourself. They pack concert halls. They sell albums. Smile, and they repeat the same songs over and over again. You know? And just sit back and smile as they pack stadiums full. And it might as well be any other concert you're going to. The way some of them act, right? That's a sad fact, right? Some of them live that worldly lifestyle and yet sing music. It's a tough one. These are the times we're in. I have a lot of music. I love music myself, right? And it can be very uplifting. It can help keep your oil topped up. But it's not to raise it up on a pedestal too high. I was in some chats where, they were playing a little bit of music, because a lot of them will play a little bit of music here and there, and the people were saying, oh, I love the song that you sing. I love songs too, right? The thing is, keep your mind on the word, right? Focused on the word. Not on some person who's a better singer than others or things like that. Not who packs more people when they do a concert or sells more albums. God wasn't about any of that. He used to need a place to lay his head. Yet he sang for the people anyway. So he used to sing the Bible back in the old days. And there's a beauty to it that's amazing. Jesus said, follow me. He didn't say follow an organized religion, because he wasn't one and he wasn't about one. And that can explain a lot of the lukewarm, because they put all their faith in some hireling. And many out there making videos, this guy is teaching false stuff and left and right. They're not even giving the people an option of where to go to hear the truth, when it's right there in your hands the whole time. The living Word of God. Jesus said everything you need to know is in there. And Jesus don't lie. I was severe end stage till March 12th. I was past due for the grave 12 years and 3 days. Now I have forever with Jesus. His living Word is the truth and the way. Those that are on milk are unskilled in righteousness. They will be easily deceived, right? For they're babes, right? They'll be easily deceived. Those in the need of the Word can discern between good and evil. These days you have to. The Antichrist is going to come shortly. That third temple can go up in a matter of days and be up. The inside doesn't matter because nobody's going to be going in there. They can take their time with that. The outside being up, that's all that matters. It can be up in a couple of days. With everything that's going on right now, the law is being passed. It's an any day thing. Any day. So be prepared. Are you prepared? Because many of the lukewarm are going to fall for the Antichrist. He's going to come and say he's God, and they know not the need of the Word. It tells us that the Antichrist comes first. I know many of you brothers and sisters out there know that the Antichrist comes first, but there are many others that don't. That's a sad problem. Many think they're going to fly away early when they're not. That's why Jesus said he wants everybody to read the Bible for themselves, because many are being led astray. So please read yours today. Thank you. Bye-bye.